Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Piscean people. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Shuffle it up here one time and see what we got for the Pisces collective. My guides, what do you got for us this week, please? As we move closer and closer to August. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you could lean in on, which is always interesting. But here we go. Let's rock. What do we got for Pisces, please? My guides. Yeah, first shuffle. Okay, so this could be a really, really positive card, or it could be a warning about certain individuals here, Pisces, the woman with the mirror. Generally, it does have some beautiful archetypes here. It's very confident, and it could be focused around the looks or appearances as well. But before we fully get into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So we see this lovely lady in that big blue poofy dress. She has that awesome wig on, and she is looking in the mirror. She's looking at herself. Notice there's also a room full of mirrors all around her. So when I see this card, it gives me like little vibes similar to the Queen of Wands, where this could be a card about one's self-confidence or self-perception, how they view themselves, how they look at themselves. Now, this could literally be, for some Pisceans, you might be changing something about your looks, might be doing your hair different, might be changing up your wardrobe, or just presenting yourself to the world in a very different way. But when I see this card, generally super confident, right? Like someone who's really feeling themselves. So maybe, hopefully you haven't had a ding to your self-confidence, but the rougher side or the challenging side of this card, it could be spirit warning you against individuals that are overly confident to the point of being egotistical. So in this time, if that rings a bell to anyone that you're connected to that's just overly inflated ego, watch out for that when this card shows up in the front. Let's get you into tarot. And you know I always say the first card doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. Yeah, I'm going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. So let's shuffle it up here for the Pisceans. My gods, what do we got for Pisces? And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled, Exciting News Incoming. My friends, for us Pisceans, that is a beautiful type of energy. And I remember last week, that reading was just off the hook. It was really, really good. Regardless of what you may or may not be going through, that good energy could still flow into the next coming week. So I'm hoping you all get it. I'm hoping that energy is very much claimable and doable for a lot of you, because there could be various different exciting news coming in for Pisces. But let's get you into this week's reading. As you know, every reading, like all energies are fluid. They're never set in stone, so only take it how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. But I will say this, last week's reading was super nice. It really was. Let's get you 3. What do we got for Pisces here, please? Yeah, the deck is being specific. There we go. Thank you. Wow. All right, so we are starting off with another very positive card here, Pisces. We got the Wheel of Fortune in position number 1. Woo. Might want to play the lotto here, my friends. Luck might be on your side. Let's get you 2 more. Might be wanting to test your luck in some sort of way. Wow. Okay. We got the 4 wands, the 11-11 Pisces. This might be even better than last week. Okay. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but these are a couple of my favorite cards. And you guys know I'm part of the collective myself, so I'm loving this for us. I'm loving this vibe. Okay, we got action on the back end, all extremely powerful cards. All are connected to the universal energy and are karmic in nature. So this is going to be a very interesting one here with Judgment on the back end. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So first look, first glance, I look down here. We have the 2 major arcana split on the sides. We got the 4 wands up the center. These are just extremely powerful. Note that these 2 are karmic. This is universal. So Spirit could be trying to talk to you in various different ways. But let's go through one by one because there's differences to each. Position number 1, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, the energy from last week is rolling over for us, my friends. The wheel is my 4-leaf clover. in every tarot reading, whether it's reversed, whether it's upright. This is a possible change coming in for the better, or luck is going to be on your side, one form or another. And sometimes it could be sudden, like this could represent things shifting or changing suddenly as well. We'll see when we clarify it. I don't want to go that route just yet. But when I see the wheel, I think of things shifting quickly. But aside from that, this is a big karmic card. Notice it as the circle. Think circle of life. How everything moves in a circle, beginning, ending, back to into a new beginning. So we think of the cycles and karmic connections, okay? So there could be some karmic archetypes that we want to take a look at as we move through the reading. But beautiful, okay? This beautiful card, especially with what we have coming up right next to it. We got the Four of Wands. That's a card of celebration, my friends. It's a card of big get-togethers. Okay, where gatherings of individuals and people you love and care about. Aside from that, I always say it's the 1111 card. So watch out for the number signs, the synchronicities. I feel like you had something like that a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago where spirit might have been trying to speak to you in some sort of way or send you signs. You could be seeing a lot of the repeating numbers, having interesting dreams, stuff like that with the Four of Wands. However, this card is extremely solid. So we think of the wins, we think of the victories, long-lasting ones when this card shows up. This could represent the home because it's very solid, very sturdy. But I love this Four of Wands. Once again, more beautiful type of energy. So we'll see what that's about. And universal in its ways. Like it could be your guides and ancestors trying to get your attention when the Four of Wands is in a reading. Now, on the back end, we have judgment. For a portion of you, maybe you're making a literal judgment. And I will mention this, the wheel and judgment, they have those archangel archetypes. So a lot of spiritual protection here, Pisces. So a lot of you might need to know it, like spirits watching over you in some sort of way. But aside from the messenger, Archangel Gabriel, being on the judgment card, this is Plutonian and it's change based, similar to the wheel up front. So if you're not making judgments or passing judgments in some sort of way, making a decision, making a choice, this card is all about forward movement and action, if not change. And I do always say that this is a very karmic card as well. So this could be karmic archetypes, but the power behind judgment, it's like unstoppable. It's explosive energy, like the fire-air combos when those show up in readings. It reminds me of this because this energy connects to Pluto, which is all about metamorphosis, unstoppable metamorphosis. So it's interesting that we have all of this together with all the karmic and spiritual archetypes, Pisces. And yeah, I really want to break this down. I want to dive in deeper, so let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. And for a lot of you, this is just positive energy that we're feeling right off the rip. So let's get it going. What do we got here for Pisces, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that wheel. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, wheel time. What do we got? What do we got for Pisces? Thank you. Yeah, it's coming. Something big is coming in, Pisces. We got the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, coming out of the realm of the mind into reality. That's how this feels to me intuitively. Like it's not just a pipe dream. This isn't something that's a pipe dream. This isn't something that's just a daydream that you're just thinking about. There is something with real possibility here. And there is this action. Okay, when I see the Four of Cups, I think of somebody who's just thinking, just getting lost in the sauce. When I see it in reverse, it's like, all right, now we're getting into some action. So like I was saying with this Wheel of Fortune when we first got this card, there could be changes coming in. And they could be very sudden changes for the better. So a lot of you could be experiencing big improvements, whether it's in personal relationships, finance. There is something that you might set your sights on or have your sights set on that is not a pipe dream. It's very doable. It's very attainable. And luck is going to be on your side here. And once again, with the Four of Cups in reverse under the wheel, I feel like this could come in suddenly. Okay. And it could be very good depending on what shows up next to it. So there could be sudden changes, sudden metamorphosis, or we'll just see how it plays out throughout the rest of the reading. But I feel like a lot of you need to hear that something isn't just a pipe dream. It's not just your imagination. Like this is doable. It could be tangible. It could be real. Let's move in on that Four of Wands. Very lovely. So why is this Four of Wands? I mean, could be something you've manifested straight into your lap. I would claim this energy on the front end. I would. And classically, I'm sure this could mean other things, but like intuitively, this just feels really, really good to me. Let's see why that Four of Wands is here, though. Notice we got repeating fours showing up. So the repeating numbers. Another karmic card, we have Justice in reverse. Okay, unstoppable energy here. Okay, the powers, the karmic energies, the karmic powers just overflowing throughout this whole entire reading. Now, for a portion of you, you might be having some ups and downs with a Libra in this time. Obviously, that doesn't have to be it. But when I see Lady Justice in reverse, this is something that is coming in regardless. And it feels unstoppable to me intuitively. Now, for a portion of you, maybe this is someone that you were very close to. Okay, and they have a checkered past in some sort of way, or karmically they did something where there might have to be a debt that needs to be paid. I don't want to, get a bunch of negative in this reading, but I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. There might be someone that you are connected closely to that does owe some sort of karmic debt. Okay, and I'll just leave it at that. We don't need to go into it further. Maybe this is a little bit of a warning that Spirit did take notes, or Spirit is taking notes on something, someone's behavior, someone's actions. But for a lot of you, like the goodness, the karmic energy, the karmic shifting and changing, it feels unstoppable to me with Lady Justice in reverse. That's just how it feels with all these cards. So let's go in on Judgment. I don't want to overcomplicate this. So why is Judgment here? When I think of Lady Justice, I think it's someone deliberating, thinking, like, all right, what am I going to do? How am I going to go? Similar to the Four of Cups, it's not just in the mind. There's action coming in. So for a lot of you, this is very good to me. So let's go in on Judgment. And we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, just like we had last week, we have the Page of Pentacles in the upright here underneath Judgment. Absolutely beautiful, my friends. This feels great. Now, what was the name of last week's reading again? Do you remember what I said? Exciting news incoming. And the Page of Pentacles is the talker. Okay, so whether this is someone that really wants to reach out to you and talk to you, grab your ear. For some of you, like there might be someone that hits you up out of the blue that you haven't heard from in a while. That's just a little sub message for some of you. But once again, just like I was saying last week, it's not just one good thing. It's not just one change. There's a lot at play here. There's a lot going on. For some of you, if you've been thinking about a new chapter, a new skill, a new business venture, a new job, anything in the new realm is highly favored here. I will say that. Like Spirit is really telling you, like, hey, jump in, do it, make it happen. Like, don't just think about it, be about it. But for another portion of you, just like I was seeing sudden changes, sudden wins, sudden action, like this Page of Pentacles is once again telling me like there is beautiful energy moving towards you and you could get multiple pieces of exciting news. So I would claim this reading front to back, Pisces, and I'm going to claim it myself. Like I said, I'm part of the collective. So I claim all these energies. Let's go through and do a quick recap and we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we got the Wheel of Fortune, we got the Four of Cups in reverse, we got repeating fours, we have a little bit of everything here, tons of karmic energy. But in position number 1, I did say this did feel like something coming in suddenly. Something isn't just a pipe dream, it's not just a thought, it's not just make-believe or anything like that. It has real possibility for a lot of you. So something you're focused on, something you want to do, there's like tangible to this. This could be a big manifestation coming in for a lot of you, but it could be a sudden shift or a sudden change for the better. Moving to the center, I'm getting lots of wins, lots of victories here. We have the Four of Wands with Lady Justice and reverse the karmic energy showing up once again. I did say this might be someone that you were very closely connected to, that Spirit took notes, and they might have some sort of karmic debt to be paid. So this could be a warning about karma. We have a lot of karmic energy here, very powerful, but for a lot of you, this felt like unstoppable, like something coming in, it's unstoppable, and there are no choices to be made. There's no deliberation, there's no thinking. For a lot of you, there's so much good energy coming in magnetically, so I would claim these. On the back end, we have Judgment with the Page of Pentacles in the upright. For a portion of you, I will say that anything new is highly favored. New job, new studies, new ventures, new business, whatever it might be. It's very much highly favored here on the back end. But once again, the good news, the exciting news, the wins, like of various kinds coming in for a lot of you Pisces. So I just feel very good and optimistic about this read. Please take a screenshot. Even if you're going through a tough time, claim these energies because things could really swing in your favor, especially with what we have in the front. But let's see what we got here in the shadows for Pisces, please. I'll just pull you one shadow card real quick. And I always like to do this little bit of introspection at the back end, whether it's something you don't quite see, whether it's something within you. We'll see what's up. So what's in the shadows for Pisces, my guys? Thank you. Nice and quick. Okay, Queen of Swords. Who's being mean? Who is being mean here, Pisces? Who's being a little bit cold, right? Icebox where my heart used to be type of energy with this Queen of Swords. Okay, now for a portion of you, this could be Spirit really highlighting an older feminine figure that you're connected to. It could also be highlighting an air sign with the Queen of Swords. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. If you don't have any deep connections or issues with one of those, when I see the Queen of Swords, generally she's straightforward, honest, to the point. No nonsense, no BS. So maybe that's something Spirit's asking you to lean into, right? Like just be straightforward with individuals, like straightforward, upfront, tell it how it is. That would be a very simplistic message. But for a portion of you, when I see the Queen of Swords, the darker side of her, she could be cold. She could be someone who may have a lot of history, been through a lot of things, and her heart has gone cold because of that, like I was saying in the beginning. So Spirit might be asking you to, although you're a water sign, you're very emotional and emotionally connected. Don't let the outer world ruin the goodness within you or taint the goodness within you. That's just the vibe I'm picking up here. Okay, but maybe some of you just need to see something analytically. But Pisces, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.